Alright guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you a yard sale haul. I honestly don't even remember what all that Eric and I picked up while we were yard selling, so this is going to be kind of fun to go through. I'll just start with, we're going to start with this bag here. I got this real cute, this is adorable. It's a vintage McDonald's tote bag, but it looks like a fry container. How stinking cute is this? I just threw a bunch of stuff in it. This tote was 50 cents. There was the same exact tote at the yard sale, but the bottom of it was just really like all torn up. So I let that one sit. I thought it was just so adorable. Not sure with some of this stuff, I don't know. Like some obviously is going on eBay, some might go Whatnot, some Booth. So I'm not entirely sure where everything's going quite yet. This will obviously go on eBay. This was a Lisa Frank holographic zippered like organizer. Really cool find here. This was $2.50. So, and it's in really nice condition. There's a little piece right here to put things in, and then it has like all of the cats. So there's an address, agenda, calendar, notes, stickers, and then photos. There were a couple stickers that were taken off, but there's nothing written on the pages at all, so that's nice. And then the back, there's like a little partition there for photos. And there was just a pen in here. It's not like a Lisa Frank pen or anything like that. But $2.50. I think the last one I saw sold for $59.99. So hopefully I can get at least that for mine. I'll have to look at that listing again just to see if it had everything in it that the one that I have does. Then I found this Lisa Frank zippered little bag. Like this on the inside. This one was 50 cents. I think I saw one of these listed currently for $13, so I can do better than that since I only paid 50 cents. So that'd probably go on eBay as well. Then I got, this is really like vintage, probably. I think I did see something on the inside from the 80s. How cute is this? It's got the rainbow unicorn little like zippered pouch. So it opens with Velcro, and then inside you have this compartment here. Would this have been like a coupon holder? Maybe, I don't know. And then it's got like the zipper part there at the top. And then there were these two little things. I think someone just maybe put them on here. I'm not entirely sure. It says Avalon Weekly. Don't know what that is, but one says 1983 and one says 1985. Anyway, this was $1. Then I found a little candy dot fringe purse. So this one's small, so like child size really, but super cute with like the little candy dot beads. And then the inside just looks like this. So this was also $1. So yeah, I love those things. Okay. Then I did get this Justin Bieber perfume. It was new, so that was $5. I sold a Justin Bieber, this perfume. It was a gift set. So this was quite a while ago. But prices for this is like, they're all over the place. So I don't know. I took a chance for the $5 though, since it was brand new. So got that. I also got this beauty item. This is a Philosophy Fresh Cream glazed body souffle. This doesn't have a seal, but it's obviously new and it smells really nice. This was $1. I have sold this before, I'm pretty sure, for around 40-ish if I remember correctly. So got that for $1. I got this brass easel for $1. This will either go in the booth, or I've been trying to get something like some brass specific things together to do a Whatnot show of all brass stuff. So one or the other for that. Then also got this kind of acrylic paperweight. This was 50 cents, and it's got a seahorse inside of it. So not sure what I'm doing with this yet exactly. I got these vintage playing cards with the turtles. These are so cute. These were $1. It's like a green pack and a purple pack in there. Then I got a couple small things in here. So here's the inside of that fry bag. Like, it's even striped like the French fry container. I don't know. I love stuff like that. Okay, I did get this Lizzie McGuire necklace. So this is Y2K to the extreme, really. But you just don't see Lizzie McGuire stuff. I never come across it, like, ever. So I took a chance on this because other Lizzie McGuire stuff sells pretty decently, and I didn't see this, so we'll see. I paid 50 cents for it, so I'll gamble 50 cents on something that I never come across. Okay, then at one yard sale, I got some things. This is a Zodiac Sagittarius brooch. This little pin was attached to it. I didn't necessarily want that, but it was just attached, so I'll take that off. But this was, I think 50 cents. 50 cents for the, it was a quarter or 50 cents. I can't remember exactly. Then they had a couple boxes that everything inside of them was a quarter. So I found this miniature Heinz pickle, and this is a little pin. I thought that was so stinking cute. You guys know I've been putting things together to do a miniature show and whatnot. So that's either going to my miniature show or my jewelry show. I haven't decided. And then I also found this this is marked Japan little bisque kind of frozen Charlotte doll. So I'll probably put that in my mini show as well. So a quarter for her. She's so cute. I love those little bisque dolls. I got this shelf, this wooden shelf. It's got the heart cut out in the center and then 2 pegs. This kind of stuff I see coming back in popularity, the kind of things that our moms would have decorated the house in, like early 90s, late 80s. I mean, I've seen the geese with the blue bows coming back and things like that. So I decided to take a chance and see. I paid $1 for it. It'll probably go in the booth. So if it goes and goes quickly, I'll know to, you know, keep my eye out for stuff like this in the future. But it's one of those things where I'm just trying it out first just to see. Because who knows, maybe I'm crazy. I could be crazy. So we're just taking a chance with that. Eric picked up this Tupperware kind of like lunch box, I believe this is. So it does have like all of its accessories in. There's like a sandwich. There's actually 2 sandwich containers, and then 2, there's a shallow one and then a bit of a deeper one. Little like condiment containers or snack containers, what have you. There is a Tupperware ketchup and mustard dispenser bottles that we have sold twice now in our antique booth. So we're gonna try some other Tupperware stuff in the booth just to see what happens. If we can get it cheap, and this was $5, so I think that's where this is going. So he picked that up because he wanted to try some other Tupperware related items in the booth. And then, I don't even remember what all I got. This is a vintage little salt and pepper shaker set. It's plastic. It's like a little orange crate that says fresh from Florida, orange, salt, and pepper. And then obviously these, you know, come out. This was 50 cents. This either is going to go in the booth, and not for a whole lot, or I'll put it in like one of my vintage variety whatnot shows. So I got that for 50 cents. And then I did find a shirt This isn't a single stitch shirt, but it definitely isn't newer because it actually has, you know, the tag. It's not like screen printed on the actual shirt part. This shirt was $5. I can't find it anywhere, and it's a good size. It's a 2XL, kind of like hip hop shirt. It says Thug Life, and then it says FTW at the bottom. I don't know, is this Tupac? Is that supposed to be Tupac on it? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not real, what do you know? I don't know a whole lot about like hip hop music and rappers and hip hop artists and that kind of thing. So I'll have to see, or if this was just kind of like a generic type of shirt, but still really cool, $5, good size. And I can't find it, which is always a plus in my opinion. So I'm gonna wash that and then list it. It kind of has that like musty, hasn't been washed in a while smell. Like, we'll get that fixed. Okay, I got this alarm clock. I have no idea if it works. It's not perfect. He's missing like a little ball that would have been at the end of his tail here. But it's old, and when I looked it up, there were none currently listed, and every single one that was listed sold. I just don't know if it works or if it'll sell with the condition issue. I have no idea, but I decided to take a chance. It was $1, so I'll have to figure out how to work it. Me and alarm clocks, we don't have a good record, but I'll try and figure that out. Anyway, $1. I did go to a yard sale. The lady said she had a boutique store in South Carolina, and then she moved up here, so obviously she shut it. I did get these like Jadeite shakers from her. These are reproductions. They're not, you know, actually vintage. All of her sticker prices were like the prices that were like her boutique prices, but it was 50% off, whatever the sticker was. So I paid $4 a piece for these. They're probably gonna go into the booth, and again, not for a whole lot since they are reproductions, but I knew that when I picked them up. This one's a little ginger jar, but it does have like the arches, you know, on the sides and everything. So $4 a piece on these. And then these two were both flower shakers. So, but also with like the arches and everything. So $4 a piece. I still thought that was a good deal. Especially to have some, you know, like Jadeite colored stuff, because people do buy that. I don't know, you know, if everyone cares if stuff is vintage. Like, you know, some people don't mind the reproduction type stuff, so we'll see. I thought that was still a good price. At a yard sale, I got this purse. I thought this was so cute. It's like a Disney purse. It's got Mickey Mouse heads all over it. It, you know, has that style of a Louis Vuitton, but obviously it's Disney. It was $2. I just thought it was adorable, so I got it. Don't know if I'm listing it or putting it on whatnot. Let's see. I did put inside of here a book that I got at the same yard sale. This is called Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and this was $1. So, found a book. I'm pretty sure I found this book at another yard sale, and I was debating on getting it, and I didn't. So, found it at another yard sale and just decided, like, well, it's here, I'm just gonna get it. For fun, oh my gosh, do you guys remember, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, do you remember when I used to go yard sailing by myself when Eric was still working, and then I'd stop at the park and I'd film my hauls in the car? And a lot of the times, like, I would buy a lot of purses and things like that, and then I would, like, go through them, because a lot of the times there was stuff still in the purses when you buy them. I saw some stuff in this purse, so we're just for fun gonna go through it to see what was inside of it. Okay, so there was a wristlet strap to something. Obviously it doesn't go to this purse. It feels nice, feels like leather. There was a bottle of pills. don't even know what this is for. It's called Bongesta. So some Bongesta pills. I will dispose of them properly. doTERRA peppermint roll-on, I'm assuming. Something. I'm gonna throw that away. There was a penny. I love finding pennies. 2003, I think it says. There's a lot of just purse dust. There was this little black rubber, I guess it's like a little rubber ring or something. I'm not entirely sure. Let's look down the sides. There's a Disney hair tie. I'm assuming maybe whoever had this bag took it to Disney or something. Or bought it at Disney, I don't know. It's a little Disney hair tie with a Mickey charm on it. And a quarter. So 26 cents I found in the purse. So, but yeah, I just thought that was so cute. So got that. This thing is super dusty. Oh God, I really have to clean this. This was a quarter. It's a little wicker basket kind of planter of a squirrel, and he's holding an acorn. I just thought that was so cute. So again, probably booth or, you know, a vintage variety whatnot show. But his acorn was still intact and everything. He just needs, like, dusted off. And I would, if you come across something like this, like a basket that's real dusty, use like a can of that like compressed air to clean the dust out of like all of the crevices is what I would use to clean that up. I couldn't say no to this thing. I thought it was so stinking cute. You guys know I love just kitschy, anthropomorphic kind of things. This is a ceramic whale, and it's so adorable. It just looks like a little hobbyist piece. I paid $1 for it, but I've never seen it before, and I just thought he was so precious, and I liked the coloring on him. So again, booth or vintage variety show. This was in the most disgusting, container ever. Like, look at the lid to this. It's so grimy. I can't wait to throw it away. But I paid $1 for these. They're these little fruit, and these are heavy metal fruit clips. And basically they're to weigh down, like hold down a like outdoor tablecloth that you have like over a picnic table or what have you, so it, you know, doesn't blow away. But it was all these fruits. So there's 2 grapes, 2 bananas, a pineapple, an orange, a cherry, an apple. The apple is missing the weight though. But $1 for those. I didn't know if, you know, they had any kind of value or anything like that, but I just took it for $1. Again, probably booth or variety show. Oh, and also at that same sale, and this is why you have to look in things at yard sales or anywhere, it could be thrift stores or wherever, because this was just like laying on a table, and it just kind of looks like I don't know, like an old Christmas, maybe, I don't even know what, but it was $1, and it's full of old marbles. And the man at the sale, I don't know if any of them glow or anything like that, but the man at the sale, there's more than just what's in my hand, but the man at the sale said they belonged to his wife when she was a little girl. Actually, I think this one's actually clay, so that one's definitely old. So yeah, we'll have to see if any of them glow or not. But $1 for all of them. Just took them. Oh, Eric's home. I also got this Michael Kors little wristlet. This was only $5, and it's brand spanking new. It still has the tags in and everything. Retail $198. That's disgusting. I used to be like obsessed with having designer things when I was younger, and as I've gotten older, I could care less about designer stuff. But I do like to pick it up and sell it still. So $5 for that. This is a little blossom bucket figurine. It says Hope with a snow. Wait a minute, that's not a snowman. Is that like a, could that be like a Raggedy Ann maybe? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Typically the blossom buckets I do really well with, especially if they're designed by Susie Skoglund. This one's a B. Lloyd. The B. Lloyds don't really sell for as good of money as the Susie ones do. But we'll see. I'll have to look this one up. They typically go overseas though, so haven't done any research on that, but it was $1 and it was blossom bucket, so I picked it up. I did get this old grease jar. This was only $1, but it is broken, unfortunately. I don't know if this is Anchor Hawking or Fire King. I'm not sure. It says Vitrock on the bottom. I'll have to do some research. I get confused with these as to who, you know, made them. But the topper is inside, so I'm going to attempt to fix it, to mend it, and then it'll probably go in the booth, and then I'll put an as-is tag on it, so people know that it was repaired, and then obviously at a cheap price, because it has the repair. But I just couldn't say no. Like, even if you didn't have the lid, like just the bottom piece, like it still displays so nicely. So I will have to fix that. So that was unfortunate, but again, it's just one of those things you don't normally just come across, and for $1, even with the issue, I couldn't say no. I also took this one, and again, this one does not have the lid, but it was $2, and it has the tulips on, which is just so pretty. Just in itself without the lid, you know, can't say no. For $2 on that. Found another of the metal guys. I did take, again, this is like a hobbyist piece, but it's a little ceramic frog. He has the cutest eyelashes. I couldn't say no. He was $1. So again, probably booth or vintage variety. I did also take this gourd. It's got a carved snowman on the front, and then it's got a red light on it. It is obviously electric. This was $3. I wasn't super fond of like the spongeware type of look to this, but just because I don't care for it doesn't mean someone else, you know, someone else might see this and think it's like the cutest thing and love the little speckled spongeware about it. It just wasn't really like my cup of tea, but you know, it doesn't matter what I like personally, you know what I mean? So $3 for that. That'll go in the booth at Christmas, I'm sure. Eric did get a deviled egg container Tupperware. Again, like I said, we're gonna try some other Tupperware type stuff in the booth. He paid $2 for this one. Now, I know people do also, like, if you just come across, like, the deviled egg, like, the little plastic pieces inside of this that, like, the eggs lay on, these here, people do sell just these on eBay as replacements. Because sometimes, you know, some people, again, at yard sales might just come across the container and it's missing the trays and they need that. So, you know, you can sell just those types of pieces as replacements. I thought this was so cute as well. It's a carved frog. It was $2, but he's actually a little trinket box. So that just kind of sealed the deal for me, the fact that he was a trinket. So got that, $2. Then I did get this glittery snowman. This was, what was on him? $3. I think I said in my video, this R stands for Ragon House, R-A-G-O-N, Ragon House. And some of their stuff sells for really good money. So I could not say no to this, regardless if it's going on eBay or into the booth. So $3 for that. Great score in my opinion. Then I also did get a Santa, like a Bell Snickle Santa. He's got his little feather tree. His coat is like a velour. It's so nice. He does have a little bit of paint loss on his one boot, which I think, you know, I can fix with some paint. But again, also another Rag & House piece, and he was also $3. So awesome score. Then I got this glass juice carafe. This was $2. This is actually Pyrex. Really nice. It had the lid. This will probably go in the booth, so perfect for summer to put lemonade in or iced tea or what have you, any kind of juice. So $2 for that. And we also got this crock, but it has these really nice cutouts on it. So it looks like this with the heart, and then it has hearts around the top. This was signed Katon 1993, so Katon Pottery. So that was, what did I say? This one was $4 for that. Really nice. And then I think this is the last thing that we picked up, and Eric spotted this. This was on a table, and the table was just like full of stuff. It was hard to see things, and it was like all of this like faux greenery. So pretty much your eyes were just going to this basically. But down yonder, here, all of that stuff was in this amazing, this is Bowont Brothers. Yes, Bowont Brothers, like salt glazed crock, but it has Santa Claus's face on, so that's just awesome. We weren't sure at first, like we were hoping maybe it was Eldrith, but still, Bowont Brothers, still awesome. Gonna take out all the faux greenery, don't want that, just want the crock. I forget how much this was. I think it was $3 or $4, so not much at all. So that was a good eye on him seeing that, because I didn't notice it either at first. So that's pretty much, I think, everything that we picked up whilst yard sailing. I think we did pretty good. This was Thursday, today's Friday. We decided not to go out to yard sales today, trying to get some other stuff done, and then Saturday Eric typically goes to the auction, so not doing any yard sailing on Saturday either. But I still think for one day got a lot of great goodies and going to resell them in different areas, whether that be eBay, the antique booth, or whatnot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.